Shalom, brothers and sisters. First and foremost, giving our praises to the Father in the name of the Son through the Holy Spirit. And get straight to it. Remember, in Ephesians chapter 6, it lets you know that your battle isn't against flesh and blood, it's against uh, spirits of darkness, rulers of darkness in high places. Now, with that said, remember, you're at war down here. And you brothers and sisters who actually got pure spirits and you have that light in you, you have to be very protective of your light. Not meaning withhold goodness from everybody or anything like that. You just have to be smart. You have to pay attention to what's going on around you. Okay? You have to pay attention to that. The times you give, but notice you get nothing back. The times that you open up or give information and people that want to ride with you, but yet they give you none. But they love to constantly be in your spotlight while you're convenient. Okay, it's reasons for this. All right. So this, when you're dealing with, well, when you have this type of light, you will often get surrounded by watchers and handlers. All right. They come in the human forms that are in people, and they'll try their best to not let you elevate. So, going into the topic of this lesson, this is why having faith and not being a know-it-all is very important. Because sometimes we will ask the question, Lord, why can't we just have all the knowledge? Number one, you ain't ready for it in your current estate. And also, number two, because the way that this system works, the whole thing, it categorizes you. It puts you in a specific category. They track your routines, especially you all who have the light. It tracks your routines. It tracks what you do. It tracks how you react. It tracks your weaknesses. It tracks your strengths. And it tracks what can be manipulated. And then certain people start to come, they send certain people in your life in order to cause the distraction. Anything to keep you from focusing on truth and your direct connection. That's what they do. That's why you're not battling just flesh and blood. This is the system. This is the rulers in the rulers of darkness in high places. This is what they're doing. This is how they capture you. So it's not good for you to know everything, or else you could be categorized. All right. So faith is the best thing. You're going to make mistakes, but you're going to come back from them. Never let anything hold you down. See, they expect certain reactions. Like, for example, when a man goes broke, what does the Lord tell you to do? Lay your burdens on him. Have faith in him. Most people, they're going to scramble to get out of the situation. They're going to scramble whatever to save what they got. See, you're indexable now. This is going to categorize you, and it's going to be used against you in some of the worst ways. All right? Things that you normally would do that aren't wrong. they will still use it. They don't play fair. They don't play fair. Your light is a threat to the rulers of darkness in this system. So they put you in a category, and that's how they contain you. That's how they contain everybody. That's why when you look around in this world, you will clearly see everybody has a role. Everybody has this way of doing things where you get a good job, make some money, get your wife or get your husband, take that, you go to work trading all your time for money. And it keeps you in this loop, this circulation. You know, that's the way they do it. Now, how do you overcome this? You overcome it by focusing directly on your connection. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is within you, not outside of you, what you're looking at, not because you're just teaching and teaching and teaching, not because of that. It's within you. You need to learn to tap into it. So people will ask, how do you tap into that? Well, it's simple. Like I told you, focus on your direct connection. That's the purpose of fasting. A lot of people don't talk about it. And honestly, I done been in the groups and stuff like that. These dudes most of them don't even fast. You know, some brothers do, but most folks don't even fast besides the Day of Atonement. And the purpose of fasting is not just so you feel better, all right, about yourself or thinking you righteous or whatever. No, the purpose of you fasting is to weaken the influences in your body. Those things that you feel about, like doubt, worries, concerns, that sense of urgency, rushing, and just a whole bunch of stuff that causes confusion and you don't know what you're going to do. Yes, these are the rulers of darkness. This is because they don't really have real power. They take over on that level and it confuses your actions. So by doing something just as simple as fasting, it weakens them because it weakens the body. You're not feeding the body like that. So it weakens it. And when it weakens the body, you have less resistance. You would notice that if you fast, especially if you fast for more than one day. You would definitely notice that. There will be less resistance, and you will be able to, and if you meditate and focus on that connection, you will notice that you start to get led to higher places. Now, that's where watchers and handlers of darkness come in. They're going to always try to get you to go back. See, you brothers and sisters who got the light out there, I don't know if you've noticed, but everybody around you don't want to see the healed you. The healed you is too strong. They can't contain it. They can't control it. So they'll try to downplay what it is that you're doing. Whatever it is, they're going to try to downplay it. And it might be subtle. They might do it like they care about you, because those are the most dangerous ones. The patient ones that don't carry a weapon. That ain't the way danger comes, somebody carrying a weapon, or you just see a demon walking in your room. No. It's the ones right there who being patient, smiling in your face, offer you a little handout when you're in need or different stuff like that. See, you got to keep a watchful eye over these things. That don't mean you got to crash out or nothing like that, but you need to be mindful. You need to be paying attention. Remember, we're at war. Don't ever forget that. All right? Because when you got the light in you, the rulers of darkness are going to take advantage of it if you get caught lacking. If they think you unguarded, they're going to get you. And you're going to get got a few times, but also what matters is that you come back from it. That's how they can't categorize you, because you're not reacting the way that the normal person would react. You're not being broken like the normal person would be broken. You're not responding to a situation like the normal person would respond. You know, now going back into the fasting, see, you weaken those influences. You weaken all of that, and you begin to get stronger, especially if you begin to follow what's in the spirit, what's healing you, what's making you whole. And this leads to more things. It leads to more knowledge. It leads to more wisdom. See, the Lord don't want us to suffer, but we're down here in the chaos realm. All right? We're in the chaos realm, all right? That's the way it works. So he uses us to dismantle and mess up the whole system from the inside. That's the way it works. Now, focus on that connection. Focus on truth. That's why in the last video, I said, be on the right side of truth. The transition of power, it has already happened. It's happened. They've lost. These so-called rulers have found out that even their false sense of power that they thought they had, thinking they're sovereigns, that was just an illusion that they told themselves. So, be on the right side of truth. Focus on the connection. Focus on the connection. Solely on that. It is not of this world. It's not going to be of this world. You are going to tap within. So even when you lay down and you close your eyes to get ready to go to sleep, or even close your eyes to rest or meditate, you need to focus on the things of God and focus where you want to be. And this is what you're going to notice. You're going to start to travel a little bit. You're going to think it's your imagination. You're tapping in. And the more you tap in, the more you learn, the more you begin to see clearly. And the more and the less this world has an effect on you. But I will say this. You also become more of a target because your frequency starts to change. That's the way this world works. All right? When you look at the apostles back then, these men who were casting out demons, that was because after their experience with the Lord and with the Lord teaching them and giving them power, their frequency was so high, an evil spirit couldn't even be around them. It had to leave. It had to obey them. This is how you do it. Well, will you edify? There'll be more to come. Shalom.